because when you get kids, they always say what they won't wear, the brands they won't wear, the socks they won't wear, the shoes they won't wear, the car. Well, Daddy, I want a car. What kind of car you want? Well, my first car, I think I'm gonna start off with the Lexus or maybe a 6 Series, or give me the Audi. I'll take that. You know what I mean? If that's all you can get, I'll take an Audi. Like, sir, do you know, like $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 car? They don't just give you that when you graduate. You know what I mean? So you can see they don't realize how money works, or they don't give you 100. You just don't get six figures for graduating high school. You know what I mean? You're just not there. They're just not giving to you. They always say the median income, the average American or the average black male makes $57,000 a year. I'm not average. I need a man that makes 6 figures or more a year. They're not giving that to you out of high school.
In high school. Did we even talk about 6 figures?
Was that?
Who was in our 20s? Did we even talk about 6 figures in our 20s? We didn't even know what that meant.
Like
6 figures, like
graduating college. Getting a degree. Like, I remember distinctly having this conversation with you. Like, graduating high school. You know what I mean? Talking about 60 and 70,000. You know what I mean? With the bachelors and stuff like that. It wasn't worth the trade-off to go to school to get there when I can get a trade. So you was always that forward thinking, but you can having a bachelor's degree and getting 60,000 was like, oh, we straight down, you know what I mean? We in there, you know what I mean? 60, 70. But now that's like,
that's just average. That's just average. Yeah.
People look at $60,000 or $70,000 like it's minimum wage. One lady on the podcast said, you make a 50 or under, you don't even need to date. You don't need to procreate. You know what I mean? You don't have the right to do these things. So they look at 60, 70,000 like minimum wage.
Yeah, that's because she never.
You want answers?
She never dated nobody.
You can't handle the truth.
Money. If you date somebody that's creative with their money, control their spending habits, you give somebody that can control their spending habits 60,000 and single, man, they can do some crazy stuff. But when you date somebody that's, they barely making ends meet and making that's of course probably, but
or trying to look like something.
Yeah.
Like, okay, when you get $2,000 or $3,000 a month mortgage or rent, when you have to drive this car with this $1,500 a month car note, yes, $50,000 ain't enough. But if you got maybe 1,200 square foot house or apartment in the right area, you can get a decent mortgage. You know what I mean? You get an affordable car. You really can live and you can take vacations. You can live your life. But everybody wants luxury brands. Lexus is a Toyota. It's a Toyota with a different insignia on. Yeah. But people want that Lexus when they can get that Toyota and have the same thing. You know what I mean? What's that, the E300? It's a Toyota Corolla, you know what I mean, dressed up.
So we got a stat for you, for people out there think what's average, right? It says a stat according to the Labor Bureau of Statistics, 37% of people are working 2 full-time jobs to pay their bills. This is what I want you to think about when you ride around Southwest or Little Rock, when you at a stoplight. Think about everybody that's that's in traffic. How many of those people have to work 2 jobs to make ends meet? Not to do extra stuff, not to go on vacation, just to pay their bills. When you live in certain areas, you got to think about like what's the average person, the average salary, like I think even if you go to over there on Markham area, West Markham or whatever, you go to before you get to the Heights over there by Pulaski Heights and all that. Those people probably ain't even making it like that. They probably making like, say, 60, something like that, 70. They ain't in like the upper class. That's more average, I guess, you know what I'm saying? the average kind of stuff.
But you got to realize, like, starting off in a better position, you can do more. Like, if your parents are millionaires, you can do more with 60 than I can do with 60.
Yes,
so
exactly.
It's different. If my wedding gift was a house, I can do more with $60,000.
Right.
If my first car that my parents gave me without a car note was a Lexus or a little Mercedes, just a little drive around car, it'll be different. So when you're in position, I mean, that's a generational wealth thing. Even if your parents, you know what I mean, make $80,000 and they're doing well for themselves, and they can put you through college when you can leave college debt free because your parents in position, $60,000 salary goes a long way. You know what I mean? You got to think about the starting position of two people. I'm in the hood. I make the most amount of money in my immediate family, and I make $60,000. My mom's still struggling. My dad's still struggling. My cousin, my brother's still struggling. And they look at me like a success story. $60,000 ain't gonna go as far.
No, it's not.
As you know, I mean, I'm just wanting to make that.
I mean, that's the thing you got to learn as a youth. You need to learn it along the way, how to manage your spending habits and your budget. We're gonna talk about that later on the podcast too, but show you how stuff add up real fast. I mean, you could just do 5 things, and next thing you know, that's a recurring thing. That's just your whole budget and kind of blew out the water, man. It's pretty crazy. So the next stat is a majority, 65%, say they live paycheck to paycheck, according to CNBC and SurveyMonkey, recent Money International Financial Security Survey, which polled 498 U.S. adults. So close to 500. That's over half of them. 65% is over half.
Yes.
That's a lot. And here's the deal. Like he said, if you don't start out with rich parents or some kind of inheritance or something, or some kind of Roth IRA fund, you starting from the bottom, like pretty much from the mud, most people start out living check to check. That's just the reality.
Matter of fact, sometimes you're not starting from the mud. You started in the negatives. You're starting under mud. You gotta forget money for college. Forget lunch money for high school. You're paying bills in your household at 15. and high school. And those bills are necessities because your parents are living, check to check. A lot of y'all got bad credit scores at 17 and 15 years old because some situations, because hey, you needed lights in the house. Your mama can't get approved. Your credit and your social security number provided for your brothers and sisters. The check thing, people make it look good because they're working 2 jobs. You see, why he got the new Charger? Why she got the new Lexus? She's working 2 jobs. You know what I mean? I've seen even nurses. Nurses get it all. There's a lot of it's a position a lot of people strive for, but I've worked in a hospital for like 20 years, and I've seen nurses working 7 days a week. 12-hour shifts every day. They're every day. I'm on my 14th 12.
Yeah, what you have to learn.
She got a nice car, but that's not living. I mean, you grinding, you hustling. Hey, do your thing. I'm not hating. But
what you
I mean, that's 2 jobs.
Living below your means, man. That's thing that's not taught in school. I think that should be taught in school, like stuff like that. Like when you get out of school, how to live below your means. Like if you're making this much money, you need to what you can afford and what you can't afford. Understanding those things. So some people don't understand that till it's after you didn't. I know I didn't till after you didn't blew the bag a couple times, did some crazy stuff. Then you're like, you know what? I gotta change the way I'm doing stuff. I can't afford that. I need to stop doing that. Then you start seeing extra money after you pay bills. You know what I'm saying? But check is. Yeah, go ahead.
So when you get a check and it's $2,000 for 2 weeks of work or X and O or whatever, and you think, hey, I'm living like this. I deserve these things. and I'm only getting little stuff. You know, I got a $2,000 check, so I can get Chipotle. All right, there's $20 every time you go there.
Boy.
And that's one meal. That's $20 a meal or $15 a meal. So 15 creep up to 17, 20. Like taxes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get the little queso, let me make it a combo. Boom, that's a quick 20. And that's one meal. But you can afford that, you know what I mean? You look how big your chicken is. And then it kind of come close to like payday again, and you get that bank account alert. You know what I mean? Your overdraft or your minimum balance is blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, how did I get that? I know what my bills are, but this extra spending. You went to the club and you spent $200.
Boy.
You know what I mean? And then you went to the club twice. That's $400. Because you gotta buy drinks and you gotta do this. How much it costs to get in the club now with inflation? How much it costs to get in the club now with inflation? I ain't been in so long. See, getting in ain't the problem.
Man, still probably how that was, about $50, 40?
You know, 20,
30,
50,
40?
you know what I mean? And they'll do little specials to get you in there.
Yeah.
But when you're paying $10, $15 a drink, $20 a drink, and people looking at you like you broke, and every time, as a man, every time, well, you know, sometimes women, men is supposed to pay for everything, I understand, you know what I mean? And you a man, you trying to talk to these women, the waitresses are pretty, you want to tip them a little 20, and every drink is like that, and you're buying drinks and stuff like that. You only pay $20 to get in the club, but then your tab come back is $150, $200, and like, what did I get? You didn't bought drinks for you know what's 2 or 3 women, and then you try, you know what? You want to be like those guys in the corner. Let me buy a bottle. Let me rent a section. You know what I mean? I'll make X amount of money. I can rent a section. You put the section on your credit card. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, man.
Trying to live like the Joneses can get you in the.
You know what's more dangerous in the club though? We went to for Mother's Day. My mom, my auntie, they wanted to go to that restaurant over there by your house. Is it Compadres? The Mexican restaurant?
By my house? Like Jose's?
Is it Jose's?
Yeah.
Maybe Jose's. Over there by Subway?
Yeah.
Dude, Mexican restaurants are a little bit more, because you in there chilling and they make the drinks and everything. I seen somebody order like a tray full of shots, bro. It's crazy. Like what they order 357, man? They had like 6 rounds of shots on that thing, man. It was crazy, man. I'll tell a white man, you probably can get loaded so fast at a Mexican joint, man. Quick. Boy. Before your food even come out, you already loaded, man.
I know it's close to my house, you know what I mean? It's like, I can probably walk to my house, but I'm gonna call an Uber, take me home. I'm like, where you going, sir? This Uber is $3, sir. It's right in my house right there.
Yeah, it was pretty good though, man. We're gonna have to go out there again. It was pretty cool though.
Yeah, man, I like it, man. I ordered in a minute and drive right down there.
All right, next shot.